We're glad you're with us on a Friday morning. A lot of big-time action, and we're joined by Messiah Jackson, the starting quarterback of the South Florence Bruins. First of all, Messiah, congratulations. You're the first player to join us on the program. So,
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
kudos to that. We're going to put your name on the wall back here. I don't know if I talked with you last Friday night after the game was over. And first of all, I was impressed by just how you talked about the game itself last week and that win over Summerville. But for those who don't know, you guys had a drive at the end of the ball game to take the lead and get that win on a tough road environment. Talk about that offensive huddle before that drive gets started. You guys are on the road. It's Summerville,
Yeah,
but you're South Florence. Talk about that huddle before that drive starts.
So before we even get to the huddle, of course, we go to Summerville. They have a hostile home environment. They love football down in Summerville. That's just their culture. That's things they love to do. So going into it, we knew the final drive, like let it get to the final drive. We knew it was going to be difficult. We knew it was going to be loud. The band playing, the student section, screaming and stuff like that. But the main things that Marlo was just telling us was to be calm, stay poised, and to just execute the things that we normally do in practice, because the things that we do in practice is what directly translates to the game. And we were able to go out there and do that.
And your stretch of games in non-region play is, quite frankly, borderline illegal in many areas. And we asked Coach about that a couple weeks ago in the preview show. You guys only play 3 home games this season, and the opponents in those home games are not exactly easy. No opponent's easy, but it's not a game where you go, yeah, we match up well. You got Northwestern tonight, and coming off of an emotional win on the road against Summerville. What's practice been like this week for you guys as you prepare for the number 2 team in 5A?
Going into this week, it's really been the same as any other week. We're not treating it like any other like big game. We're not treating it like a big game because every game to us is big. We know we're circled on everybody's schedule, so to us every game is big. So whenever we're practicing with the intent to win every single game. So we're not just practicing to win this game, but we're practicing to win in December.
And Messiah, just looking back to last week, analyze your own performance, right? I would say that probably most players, especially starting quarterbacks at any level, are your own biggest critic. So analyze your performance for us. What did you see out there? What are you trying to improve on as a passer and as a quarterback this week?
Of course, Summerville, they were a quarters team. So going into that game, we knew if we had number 2 coming down into the box, the free safety, that we could hit a post over the top. And Jayon, one of our big body receivers, number 1, he was able to catch a couple posts on him, and he was able to, seal the deal and catch a fade in the end zone. But going to Northwestern, we know that their secondary is really their strong suit, and they love to play man up there. So that's going to be exciting to see the matchups that we're going to be able to create.
And when you're looking across the field and you've game planned and you've prepped for a week, because all the talk around here has been about a former South Florence quarterback who hit a post to another alien on Sunday against Virginia Tech. And the talk of that was they practiced that play and they just need Norris to hit the post. When you're on the field and you see the defense do what you think they're going to do, right? You see that safety play up in that case, or you see the look that you're expecting. What goes through your mind before you let that ball go, knowing if we do it right, we got 6?
I wouldn't say it's autopilot, but I would say you prepared for that moment all week, and you've been in, games, big games like this before. You just let the game come to you, and you don't try to force anything. And whenever you see, a wide open guy, you don't get too excited, but you just, just trust what you can do, trust what you've been putting in the work that you've been doing at practice, and just believing in the things that you've been doing.
And you guys, go ahead.
No, yeah, Messiah. Just what is the key tonight for you on you and the offense, and how y'all are going to be able to execute against a really, as you said, like a great Northwestern defense?
The main focus this week is not shooting ourselves in the foot with penalties and flags, because as y'all seen last week against Summerville, we had so many flags whenever we got into the red zone, and it's really hard to operate on 3rd and 30 and 1st and 30. There's not really much you can drop, and whenever you're losing yards like that. So that's really going to be the main focus tonight, to stay disciplined, stay focused, not get false starts. Yeah, just stuff like that.
Messiah, you're looking. I mentioned this earlier. I hate it for your guys, isn't scheduling wise. You're obviously going to be well traveled by the end of the year, but to only have 3 home games, and your home opener is a big deal, right? So I'm just looking at it. You're going to have your home opener, your homecoming, and your senior night. That's your 3 home games. What are you hoping to see from the fans tonight as you guys open against a top-notch Northwestern team, and what kind of show are you looking to put on for them over there at South Florence?
Our fans always pack out the stadium. We love our fans. They do a great job, cheering for us and stuff like that. Florence is really like a tight-knit community. I feel like everybody loves each other, trusts each other. I really love it here in Florence. And for anybody traveling, from maybe like upstate or Myrtle Beach or Charleston coming to our game, it's going to be a great environment to be in.
Quarterback Messiah Jackson of the South Florence Bruins. Messiah, I appreciate you coming on. Really enjoyed chatting with you last Friday night, and knew we needed to get you in here to talk about that Summerville drive against Summerville to win that ball game. And then obviously you guys have a big one tonight against Paige Wolford and that Northwestern Trojans team. Give our best to Coach Marlowe. Give our best to your team. We look forward to tracking this game all night long. It's going to be one of the games in the state. We're looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Messiah, one last thing, buddy. Who do you want to give a shout out to from your team? I know you have an awesome O-line that you depend on and that does a really good job for you. So why don't you give us some shout outs for some of your teammates?
Of course. Well, first, I like to shout out my O-line. They do a great job every week. That's really where it starts. That's where our offense starts, the O-line. I want to give a shout out to the running backs, Cameron James and Gabe McLaughlin. They've been doing a great job making plays and setting up the pass for us. Jayon, number 1, Jayon Perkins, he's been being a dog recently. Malik Robinson doing a great job blocking and setting us up. Samaj Parker, he's been a great playmaker for us. He's a young kid, but he's definitely going to grow into his shoes, and he's been doing a great job for us making plays. And on defense, Amari Reeves, he had 2 big picks last week that were able to set us up to be able to go down there and score and win the game ultimately. And Terry Gordon, of course, he's one of our linebackers, number 10, and he's able to, make sacks whenever we need them the most, and just seal the game whenever we need it.
Thanks, Messiah. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Have a good one.
That's Messiah Jackson, starting quarterback for the South Florence Bruins.